You think you've seen it all? You think your commute is the worst? Think again. This isn't your average traffic report. This is the asphalt anarchy. The place where minor annoyances turn into major confrontations. We show you the worst drivers, the wildest outbursts, and the most unbelievable mistakes caught on camera. If you can't handle the heat, stay off the highway. This is Highway Happenings, where the red light means go. The scene opens in a parking lot. A silver sedan, likely a Toyota Corolla, is parked somewhat aggressively close to the blue car next to it, making it near impossible for the driver to open his door and get out normally. The truck is now the center of attention, and given the loose tire, it immediately suggests a mechanical failure on that vehicle. The truck is clearly unstable. It's an unnerving sight to see such a large vehicle losing control in traffic.
I began to pass out, and my head hit the wall. But I had a praying grandmother.
The white Chevy pickup truck in the left lane cuts across two lanes of traffic to get into the right lane right in front of the dashcam car. This is a dangerous and improper lane change, forcing other drivers to react. The truck then immediately slams on its brakes and stops dead in the right lane, effectively blocking traffic. The driver of the truck, a man in a dark shirt, gets out of the vehicle and starts walking toward the car he just cut off or the car behind him, clearly attempting to initiate a road rage confrontation. A police officer in a black uniform with police clearly visible on his back, who was driving the car right next to the dashcam vehicle, immediately gets out of his car and approaches the truck driver. The officer points and appears to be giving the driver instructions. The narrator's final comment, "doing it right in front of the cops is next level," sums it up perfectly. A dark sedan pulls up to the left of the stationary trucks, and a person, presumably the driver, gets out of the truck's cab and immediately opens the door to begin an argument or confrontation with the driver of the black sedan. Right as the truck driver is getting out, the black sedan suddenly flashes blue and red emergency lights on its dashboard and windshield. This indicates it is likely an undercover or unmarked police vehicle. The truck driver's aggressive posture immediately changes once the police lights come on. The sedan stays put, and the situation appears to be immediately diffused by the police presence. A man in a dark coat, presumably the driver of the blue box truck, gets out and immediately confronts the driver of the car behind him, who he cannot see. He is clearly agitated, gesturing and possibly striking the car before getting back into his truck. This suggests the truck driver was angry at the car behind him for something. He gets back out of his truck and then proceeds to the driver's door of the small white van next to him, the one closest to the dashcam. He gets into a physical altercation, attempting to pull the driver out of the van through the open door. A second, larger man in a black tracksuit, who might be the passenger or another driver, appears and aggressively approaches the truck driver. The two men immediately begin fighting in the road, trading punches right next to the stationary white van. The man in the pajama pants and the person from the black SUV, also in a dark jacket, immediately engage in a heated argument. The man in pajamas is aggressive, with large gestures. The woman from the red car tries to intervene. Standing between the two men, the confrontation turns physical very quickly. The man from the black SUV throws a powerful punch that lands squarely on the face of the man in the pajama pants. The recipient of the punch immediately drops to the ground, unconscious. The attacker then calmly picks up a duffel bag or backpack that fell during the skirmish and walks off. The woman who was attempting to mediate is left alone. A man in a black padded jacket and hat gets out of the passenger side of the black car, a BMW 1 Series, directly behind the camera car. The man in the orange vest turns and confronts the driver of the white van. The confrontation turns aggressive. The man in the black jacket walks back to his car, and then, strikingly, pulls out a bright yellow steering wheel lock, a club/bat-like anti-theft device, and brandishes it. The man in the orange vest is trying to confront him and the driver of the black car. The man with the yellow lock is clearly making threatening gestures, holding the weapon up. The man in the orange vest continues to try to push him away or confront him directly. The argument gets heated, and the man in the orange hoodie shoves the driver. The driver shoves back, leading to a quick, chaotic scuffle where they jostle against the hood of the SUV. The man in the orange hoodie throws a hard, direct punch at the driver's face. The driver reels back but seems to withstand the blow, briefly putting his hands up to cover his face, then recovers. The camera blurs the area during the second punch. After receiving the punch, the driver returns a hard shove against the man in the orange hoodie, which is enough to send the attacker stumbling backward onto the ground, a complete role reversal from the previous fight in video 11. The driver stands over him, gesturing for him to stay down, and then walks back toward his car. The dashcam is stopped behind a dark sedan, Mercedes C-Class, at an intersection with a crosswalk. The driver of the sedan, a man in a black t-shirt, gets out of his car and stands by his open door, looking agitated. The driver of the sedan leans back into his car and then aggressively throws a bottle, it looks like a small water bottle, out the window in the direction of the car filming, or perhaps another vehicle behind it. He immediately retracts back into his car. He then gets out again, closes his door, and casually walks away from the scene, crossing the pedestrian walkway while holding what looks like a second bottle or small item. This is where it gets strange. The angry man, possibly after realizing he's being filmed, abruptly switches tactics and begins to perform a jerky, confrontational dance or flexing routine right at the driver's side window.
I honestly feel bad for his
He's
hand.
bouncing,
That mirror
pointing,
didn't even
and posturing
crack.
in a highly aggressive, yet ridiculous, manner. He then decides he's done and walks back to his truck, where a woman, presumably his passenger, is waiting. The woman gets out of the truck and continues the confrontation. The van driver's decision to pull away and immediately cut off the passing motorcycle is incredibly reckless. Whether it was done out of spite, carelessness, or a continuation of the aggressive driving from earlier, the result is the same. The motorcyclist is forced off the road, and the bike is flattened. Even if there was an argument before, that action escalated the situation into a serious traffic offense and a dangerous act that could have severely injured the motorcyclist. A man standing over an open manhole cover suddenly yanks the cover out and throws it like a frisbee at a motorcyclist. This is a level of dangerous, unhinged aggression that goes far beyond typical road rage and could have caused a serious, life-threatening injury. A vigilante justice. The scene where a car deliberately rams a scooter is unbelievable. While the scooter riders may have been acting aggressively first, implied to be thieves, this deliberate vehicular contact is an incredibly reckless and dangerous act of vigilante justice. It's a
He first tried to scare them off, but when they got aggressive and tried to run away, he rammed his Ford Fiesta straight into them. Serves them right.
shocking display of how far someone will go when they feel pushed past their limit. The slap of reality. The last clip, where a motorcyclist casually slaps a man who is dangerously blocking traffic in the street, shows an instant, physical response to reckless behavior.
Cara do nada parado no meio da rua, todo o trânsito parando por conta dele.
This intoxicated man was blocking the road and putting lives at risk. Karma came fast in the form of an angry motorcyclist who smacked him hard to sober him up.
Pronto. Levou tabé.
Verbal abuse and intimidation. We see drivers stop traffic to aggressively shout and curse, often lunging toward the other vehicle. In one clip, a woman attempts to slice the tire of the truck, a clear act of vandalism and aggression. This attempts to intimidate the camera operator for recording the event, property damage and assault. The Rage, a dark pickup truck aggressively stops dead on the freeway, blocking a lane of traffic. The escalation. The driver immediately opens his door and gets out of his vehicle to confront the dashcam driver. Stopping on a highway to initiate a confrontation is an act of pure reckless aggression, risking a chain reaction collision for an insignificant slight.
Oh, perfect timing.
His demeanor is clearly confrontational, elevating the situation to an unnecessary physical threat. The Rage, in stop traffic.
What? What just happened?
I've got a dash cam. Wah! Dash cam. Yeah, go ahead. I'll show him the dash cam of you cutting us off like that.
A female passenger opens the door of a black SUV, bending down to
Turn it off! Now! Turn it off!
This moves beyond verbal anger to a criminal act designed to disable another person's vehicle, showing.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Se cayó al piso!
Powerful reminder that road rage is often a criminal offense, and justice can be swift. The Rage. The white Jetta performs a dangerous brake check, unnecessarily slamming on its brakes on an open street to intentionally scare or provoke the vehicle behind it. The escalation. Once stopped, the driver. A woman aggressively exits her maroon SUV, pointing and yelling at the dashcam driver. The escalation. Her frantic body language, intense eye contact, and shouting clearly indicate a loss of control. The clip focuses on the sheer fury and volume of her aggression, demonstrating that road rage is. A man in a striped shirt and tan pants aggressively gets out of the white SUV, a Mazda CX-5, in the right lane and confronts the driver of the car the dashcam is in. He's clearly angry, gesturing wildly. Then, the audio narration kicks in right as he appears to be pulling something out. It's hard to tell for sure, but the narrator calls it a whip and comments on the bad decisions. The video begins with the dashcam moving slowly past a bus stop. A large red arrow is overlaid on the video, pointing to what appears to be a traffic signal that is obscured by trees. A young man in a dark jacket and jeans walks directly in front of the dashcam car, seemingly in or near a pedestrian crossing area. Right after a yellow bus passes, the man stops directly in the path of the car and appears to be gesturing angrily. Then, he throws something with his right hand that releases a puff of white smoke into the air, possibly a small smoke grenade or fireworks, or maybe he's hit with something from another party. Simultaneously, another man, whose face is partially obscured/pixelated, approaches from the right. After a brief moment where the men face each other, the first man bends down in front of the car, picks up a long, dark object, and raises it like a bat or club. The video cuts out immediately after he lifts the object. The man is immediately aggressive. He walks right up to the front of the dashcam car, then bends down and stares directly at the driver, the person filming. It appears he is shouting or making aggressive gestures before stepping away. After a brief moment where a second person from the dashcam car might have been filmed, it's obscured. The man from the red car turns and runs away from the scene, back toward the red car. Immediately after, a person in a fluorescent yellow-green vest, likely a police officer or traffic warden, is seen running after the man in the dark jacket. A man, presumably the driver of the red sedan, gets out of his car and walks over to the silver Jaguar. He doesn't appear to check for damage. Instead, he immediately kicks the door of the Jaguar and then aggressively bangs on the window or side of the car before returning to his vehicle. The man from the red sedan gets back into his car, and the red sedan then quickly drives away from the scene. Despite the heavy traffic, the silver Jaguar driver gets out of his car, looks at his car where he was hit, and the video then pans to show the red car speeding off. The video starts with the driver of the black SUV, which appears to be a brand new or high-end vehicle given the license plate cover, and a food delivery or scooter rider having a heated verbal argument on the side of a busy road. The female driver of the car initially gets out and appears to be arguing with the rider, even pointing aggressively at the moment the scooter rider attempts to pull away and continue his journey. The driver suddenly and aggressively swerves the large SUV directly into. The escalation to a water party. What is truly shocking is how the fight shifts. Instead of continuing to strike each other, the participants start using water bottles as weapons. The two men repeatedly dump and spray bottles of water over the people in the other group, getting soaked themselves. This is completely irrational and over the top, turning a serious public argument into something absurd. This is another example of a public road rage incident that completely spirals out of control, captured by a dashcam or bystander in a vehicle. The escalation. The clip shows two women and one man out of their cars in the middle of a traffic jam, seemingly arguing. The two women are already in a highly charged confrontation, yelling and gesturing wildly.
So funny. Oh, hair fell out.
Truck drivers simply drive straight forward, crushing the front end of the small sedan. Analysis. This is a literal and unfortunate clash of sizes and tempers.
Car is not perfect.
Just look at it. Just look at it.
Yeah, well,
What the heck is that?
Oh my goodness. That video is quite a ride. It looks like a classic case of road rage escalating into a full-on insurance nightmare. Here's my reaction to the road incident. That was some intense road rage. Seeing one pickup truck His sheer entitlement on display here is baffling. A high-end Range Rover is parked completely on the pedestrian pavement/sidewalk, blocking the path not only for walkers but also the adjacent cycle lane. It's clearly causing an obstruction near a
no, you get in the... No,
Delete that. Delete that.
This video shows a highly volatile public confrontation that thankfully seems to have been stopped by bystanders. It's a shocking display of people taking the law into their own hands in a very brave and very risky way. This clip starts as a heated argument and quickly turns into a spectacle of unusual aggression. The tight space between the building and the large red truck definitely adds to the tension.
Prove a point.
follow.
Oh my God, she's trying to cut
Where else,
her.
though?
Oh my God, she's trying to cut her.
He's trying to make it go.